What's up, everybody? This is ODC, that's me, and I'm back with another action figure review. This is my review of the ToyBiz X-Men The New Mutants Marvel Collector Editions, excuse me, I couldn't talk, Warlock action figure with disc blaster arm. On the bottom portion here it says Xavier's School for the Gifted Youngsters. So, this is an older line, a much older line. As you can see, the packaging is not the best, so we're going to rip this guy open. But I did want to get this guy mint on card because I feel like he's still in scale with maybe Marvel Legends. Maybe we'll check and see for sure if he is in pretty decent scale. But I feel like he's in pretty good scale just by the look of him in packaging. This is the only edition of Warlock that we've got thus far. Hopefully maybe down the line we'll get a Build-A-Figure Warlock or something like that. Or maybe even a couple more New Mutants down the line in the Marvel Legends collection or edition from Hasbro. So, turning around to the back, you have the other figures in the wave, which is Magic, Wolfsbane, and Warlock. And as you can see there, you got a little Professor X in the window. This is kind of like a danger room setting here. So, pretty good. If you were missing a Wolfsbane, you could probably pick this Wolfsbane up. I've seen her go for around the same amount I paid for this Warlock, which was about around $10. Granted, the packaging is pretty hugely damaged, and it's a little bit yellowed too. So, I mean, the whole point of this figure is that he's mint on card. He's in really good condition because he's probably he's brand new basically. That was kind of the point why I picked him up. He was only $10, so couldn't beat it. If you want to read his little bio, you can. I will put it right there. You can pause it and read it if you want as soon as this thing starts focusing. There you go. And there's a little read up on the side. Okay. And then we have pretty much a tutorial of how to use Warlock up here. If I can get it, there you go. And then there you go, pretty much. So let's get Warlock out of packaging. We'll take a closer look at him, and we'll be right back. Okay, and we're back with Warlock out of packaging, and I gotta say, he looks pretty cool. He does come with these little discs, which I'm gonna show you right here. And if you are interested in a gimmick feature on an action figure, and granted, this is a much older figure. I believe this figure came out and its release date was 1998, so this is a very old figure. But these are his little discs that he shoots out, and what you basically do is he's got a little gimmick right here, and you kind of toss this, slide that little disc in, and then you would shoot it out by pulling this back, and it would cock it up, and then it comes right out. As you can see right there, it just flew across the room. So pretty cool there. And he also came with his head, which is the look that we all know. It's a pretty decent sculpt, I gotta say, for the most part. Let me just get some better lighting over here. Let me just pull my lighting back. It's got a pretty good look to him, a really nice sculpt. And it's a nice feature because it just fits right over the face, and it does cover everything, so you can see his face naturally through the rest of his body. If you don't want to have this look for him, which is actually his original look, was he was just basically a normal kid, a normal teenager. Before he actually died and turned into, I believe it was Warlock or Douglock, or what was it? Yeah, Douglock or something like that. But for the most part, it just pretty much goes on like so. Just kind of pop it over the head like that, and then there you go. You pretty much have your Warlock right there, or Douglock, as he liked to be called at the time, but everybody pretty much knows this look for Warlock. Excuse me. He is transparent, so he's got a lot of clear plastic points right here. Throughout the rest of his body, he does have a really ugly screw going on here and here and here, and I think that might be it. The rest are kind of clear pegs going throughout the rest of his joints. Like I said, you got to keep in mind that this is an older figure from 1998, and he's not going to have the best articulation, but as far as I'm concerned, this is probably the only Warlock figure that we're going to get that's close to a Marvel Legends scale. And don't worry, I'll do some size comparisons as well, so you can check out and see for yourselves if this is the type of figure that you want for your Marvel Legends collection. But for me, this was a must-get, and being a big fan of the New Mutants, I mean, he's definitely very, very important. So, and I think he's got a really good look to him. I think he's pretty accurate to the way Warlock looks in the comics, and don't have a problem. So, I mean, even if you're just trying to do an Excalibur setup, you can pick this guy up. So, looks pretty cool. Like I said, as far as his articulation does go, his head does move side to side, and I'll actually do it with this mask on in a second. But his head does swivel. There's no ball socket or hinge joint. It just does basically a swivel. And it's the same range of motion with the mask on. I shouldn't say mask, but the alternate head on. On the left side, his arm does swivel at the shoulder joint. That's about it. And it does have a single bend, which is a good 90 degrees right there. And that's it. And I already showed you the action feature here. I mean, that's pretty much it for articulation on the left side, or on the right side, excuse me, his right. Sorry if I said left. On his left side, he does kind of have a ball socket right here. And it does swivel, and it can do a full 360 rotation. It does go out about that far, and that's about it. No bicep swivel. He does have a single bend at the elbow, which is a good range of motion. He does have a swivel at the wrist. He does have a swivel at the waist. He does have a swivel at both thighs, which kind of go out like so. Like that. And then he has a single bend at the elbow, at the knee, on both sides. But they do go out as well. So that's a little strange, but that's pretty much it for articulation. I mean, he's pretty much just a statue. He wants to just stand like so. But he does work with your Marvel Legends, I believe. I mean, I think he works with a Marvel Legend. And I mean, like I said, I don't know how many more Warlock figures we're going to get, to be honest with you. So this is a good addition right here. And it's got a really great face sculpt. I think the highlight of this action figure is the face sculpt. I really love this face sculpt a lot. Looks really, really cool. So I'm going to pause this right now, and I'll be back with some size comparisons. Okay, and we're back, and I'm just going to kind of pull Warlock over here. I'm going to pull back my camera real quick, and we're going to do some size comparisons real quick. So here's Warlock right here, and the first size comparison that we will do is we'll go shortest to tallest here. Here's the Bucky Cat body mold, and he's kind of, let me just get his head perfectly straight. There he is, standing up next to Warlock. Here he is standing side to side next to Warlock. So that's your Bucky Cap body mold right there, and there's your first appearance Cyclops, or your all-new X-Men Cyclops. And then next we'll have the Bullseye Bodybuck standing next to him. And that's Cannonball, if you're wondering who that is, who the hell that is. There's the size comparison height-wise. Let me get him out of the way. And that's your first appearance Cannonball. And then here we have your Hyperion body mold and your larger Bodybuck. There he is height-wise, and there he is width-wise. So there you go. And like I said, for me, this is a perfect action figure because I think he really is in perfect scale Granted, you know, he could be a little bit taller, but I'm not going to hate on it too much. I think he's in a good size, and if you're looking for a Warlock, if you're a fan of the New Mutants, or you're a fan of Excalibur, and you want to have an edition of a Warlock action figure, this is pretty much all you're going to get right here. He's got some really nice sculpting going throughout all of his body, pretty much all the points where it's yellow and black. You're getting sculpting, and that's very nicely done. Very nicely done. It's all sculpted. All of these yellow lines, all the black, it's pretty much all sculpted. So, and I don't see a lot of paint bleeding going on. And this is an older figure from 1998. It's just very, very impressive, I gotta say, for an older figure. I get a close-up of the other face. There it is. Okay, I already got a close-up of that face, so I'll just pop that back on. So definitely, like I said, if you're looking for a Warlock figure, I mean, even though this is so old and probably outdated, and it's got a weird gimmick, I think it still works, to be honest with you, and I think it's a good pickup. So I'm definitely going to give this figure 2 thumbs up, and I'm going to definitely recommend this figure. It's the only Warlock figure that we've got. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you for watching as always, and I will see you guys on the flip side.